I have always enjoyed the first book of Harry Potter. I don't even know if I should reveal this. Hi, I'm Zazie Beetz, and I'm here today with Harper's Bazaar UK to share with you what you don't know about me. The 3 words my friends would use to describe me is friendly, kind of klutzy, and hungry. I actually really enjoy auditioning, and I think I was sort of taught, like, when you walk into a room, it's your space. Like, you do what you want with it. If you need to start over, you start over. Like, this is for them to see what you can do, and also everybody wants to hire you. They want to be done casting. And so to walk in with that confidence of like, we're on the same team here. And so with that said, you know, I usually try to like go for it, and I like bring props and I dress up and I do the whole thing and I just have fun. As an actor, you're always just like really putting yourself out there and just making a choice and taking a risk, and sometimes it doesn't pay off, but sometimes it does, so always go for it. I would say Atlanta changed my life. That was the job that really allowed me to truly begin acting full-time. It was the job that opened up a lot of doors for me. It was the job where people began to recognize me on the street, and almost every opportunity I had after was afforded to me because of Atlanta. What would my superpower be? My superpower would obviously be luck, because that's the best superpower. Domino deniers over here. That's like the #1 thing I get yelled at on the street. Luck isn't a superpower. I'm like, then why is she live at the end? The harder they fall is, in James's words, hard or hard. That's what he always said when something was good. In The Harder They Fall, I play Stagecoach Mary, who is a woman who runs her own saloon, and there is a love story between her and Nat Love. You know, they have sort of this reuniting after not having seen each other for some time, and he has this sort of journey he's going on, and I accompany him on this. My dream role to play would be Sally Bowles from Cabaret. The best piece of career advice I've ever been given is to just follow your gut. You're always gonna have so many people telling you what to do, and ultimately you're the one that's gonna have to follow through with those things and actually fulfill those actions. And so you need to really determine in your own soul, and for me it's in my stomach, is this right for me or not? Truly follow that. You know, I think it can be hard to discern between that and fear, but I think you can tell when you're just kind of scared of something, or when you're like, this really is not for me, despite what people around me may be saying or may not be saying. And even if it turns out to be a mistake in the future, at least you know that was on your terms, it's your life. Take charge and follow your intuition. I would feel starstruck by Rihanna. Makes me angry is when, this is very specific, but it makes me angry. People who don't like you or express respect towards you until you've proven some type of worth, whether that's with talent or, you know, something else. Like, if you meet another actor who won't really engage with you fully until you prove that you can act or something like that, I think I really don't like that at all. Oh, talking about that makes me really angry. What makes me happy is being with my partner and my close friends, eating something sweet and delicious while watching a movie together. The most romantic thing is, I suppose, getting proposed to in Paris, which is a city that I love, and it sounds so cliche, but I lived there for a year and it means so much to me, and God, I just love Paris. And so it was a wonderful place to do the most romantic thing and get engaged. Love is really, it's just a higher kind of spiritual connection. I think you just have chemistry and you click with somebody. And I mean that in terms romantically, family, friends. I think it's just like a bond, a connection that can't really be explained. The one book I would never get tired of reading, I have always enjoyed the first book of Harry Potter. I've read that quite a few times, and it's simpler than the other books. I feel like I'm in a generation of people that really grew up with the characters. Like, I was, essentially their ages as they were growing up. It like definitely impacted a generation. My all-time favorite film is, I'm gonna say a film that I really enjoy. I don't know if I can really say this is the one movie, but I really liked The Favorite by Yorgos Lanthimos. I love anything period. You can kind of whisk my heart away if you present me with any period book or movie, anything like that. I love the tone. It's this sort of a little bit off kilter, but a lot of his movies are like that. I like all of his movies. I love The Lobster as well. Dogtooth is really interesting if you haven't seen it. I think that's his first movie. Anyway, I'm a Yorgos fan, and The Favorite, I think it has inspired me a lot with some of the things that I'm making myself now. My signature dance move, I always like to kind of drop it low, I'm very like booty and hip forward when I dance, and I just like to, bring it down. Do one of those bad boys, bring it back up, go back down. It's always like a little bit of an interesting thing to add levels to the situation. My party trick is the ability to arrive late and leave early. An easy answer would be like eating lovely baked things like cakes and cookies, but I don't actually feel guilty about that. I think that's like just pleasurable and lovely. I feel guilty when I'm like scrolling on Instagram or something, and I get like a sick pleasure from it, but that ultimately makes me depressed. Am I like addicted to the internet? I don't know. I try to fight it, and it's this horrible part of our culture, but this interesting part of our culture and this helpful part of our culture. I'm just speaking about the internet at large now. I don't want to be like a woman who is on Instagram, but I am. The most luxurious thing I've ever bought myself, I don't know. I guess we have like an espresso machine in our house, but I don't use it. I don't drink coffee, so that's for my partner. It was a Christmas gift I got him. That was luxurious, I would say. It has like a frother, and like you can grind your beans and la la la. The best gift I've ever been given for my 19th birthday, my grandparents bought me like it was like a group trip, a 4-day trip to Paris. And these are my grandparents in Germany, so it was like a plane ticket to Paris and back, and it was like a group tour. So it was mostly old people on the trip. There was one other young woman who was traveling with her mom. She was 23, but we really bonded. I was 19, she was 23. It was my first time traveling alone, essentially. It was my first time in Paris, and God, that like changed my life, honestly. Like, I think because of that, I was in college at the time, and then I like became a French major, and then a year later, I studied abroad in Paris, and that changed my life. My advice I would give to my younger self is to just lean in and follow the fear. I'm not saying I'm even good at this now, but exposure therapy is a thing. The higher the risk, in some ways, the more like internal reward you get, and it's empowering to do things that you're afraid of. I think one change that I would like to make as a result of this last year and a half is just go live your life. There are many things that you take for granted, and enjoy those things, because Yeah, you feel it when they're not around, and just go live. Thank you so much for watching, and please make sure to check out The Harder They Fall on Netflix. Bye.